Hi everybody. Okay, so I hope everybody had a awesome Valentine's Day. I, however, didn't. I spent it alone. For a couple of reasons. So I had a shitty Valentine's Day, and I also had a shitty weekend. Um, I'm just having a shitty effing year. So, yeah, this weekend a lot of stuff happened. I am not too happy about. I'm like completely just like, wow. I don't even know how that happened or what's going to happen, but I will find out Tuesday and I will deal with it in from there or go from there. But other than that, I have some exciting news that I wanted to share with you guys, or been wanting to share with you guys. And yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. So I've been working on some of the videos that you guys requested. Um, but aside from that, before I get started with that, obviously you guys know I went to Arizona. So, my mom had told me that she had tarot cards, and I was like, oh, cool, like I want like a real set of tarot cards, because I've had these, and then I think I showed you guys the other ones, which was like money and love tarot cards. Um, so excuse me, like I am all over the place today. I've got like crazy hair going on. I gave myself a French braid, and so now it's like this huge poof, which I think is kind of cool. So okay, so on with the tarot cards. Oh yeah, so obviously I don't know if you guys have been wondering this as much as I have, but you guys all know about my statue and how it came about. And if you don't know, I'll tell you really quick. Actually, let me get it really quick. Okay, so this is the statue. And since I spent my Valentine's Day alone, I didn't spend it alone. I spent it with Bath. So, it's funny. I gave her my little. This went to my pendulum. Well, my old pendulum, because I go through tons of them, and I know how she likes her little ear pierced. So I put this on here. It's a heart quartz crystal that was on my pendulum, and I have another video coming up on pendulums. I actually lost my engagement ring a couple months ago, and I found it using this pendulum. It's my quartz crystal one, and it broke. If you just watched my random ritual, I have this pendulum in it, and it's got the moon goddess at the top, and it's obviously not chipped, as you can see here. Well, actually, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's chipped. It doesn't have the point anymore. But I had a ring, a key ring that broke. So like right now, it's supposed to have two rings, like one right here too, but that piece broke off. So I put the pendulum or the chain on the ring, and so now I put it on like this, and the pendulum just kind of hangs like that. So I thought that was really cool. And I've been holding on to my pendulum. I've been taking it everywhere I go, and just playing with it and trying to see what my future is and what the outcome's going to be on Tuesday. So yeah, I've been playing with this a lot. But anyways, back to Bath. So I kind of spent my Valentine's Day with Bath, and I'll explain that in a second. Let me just put her back. Oh yeah, so this is the statue that kind of came about. It's got the asame that I needed because it was missing from my altar. I didn't have a legitimate asame, so there's that. And yeah, let me just put her back. Back. There's three of you. I don't know which way you want to be faced. Okay, so when I went to Arizona with my mom, guess what tarot card she has? This is her tarot deck. Tarot of the Cat People. So immediately I was like, oh my god, cats, you know, like whatever. And then I proceeded to open them up, and she couldn't find the book at first, and I was like, oh no. But she found the book, so I've got the book now. Got the nice little book for it. I was very happy about that. Now check out these cards. The thing is like falling apart. I actually have to tape it. Let me just make sure I get all the cards, because I did a reading for my mom. And it's so funny. Okay, I did a reading for my mom, and I did a reading for my friend Dulcie, and they both came out really, really good. So I'm really happy with the way the cards are reading. So immediately when I first opened, but yeah, as I was saying, when I read my mom's, pretty much like this much of the deck was still in the box. So I'm like, does that reading even count? But yeah, so immediately I looked at them, and on the back, it's got like the two cats, which made me think of Alice in Wonderland. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, geez, Alice in Wonderland, whatever. So then I start flipping through them. Would you believe this? It's not on every card, but I almost like fainted. And I was like, my mom has no idea, and you know, my husband wasn't there, so he's got no clue. And I don't know, when I told him when he got back, he pretty much had like no reaction. But look at who's in the picture. Who is that? It's Bast. And yeah, so this is the High Priestess card. Can't really see because the light is just so damn bright. The High Priestess. So there's that one. Then I got the King of Swords. And there she is again. Kind of in the back right there. Is this not crazy, or is this not crazy? The Queen of Swords. This one kind of scared me. This is the Tower. Kind of freaked me out a little bit, but we all know that Bast has a fierce side too. She's known as the domestic cat. And she was previously known as like the lioness. So, you know, a cat and a mouse, you know, cats have fierce sides. This is Justice. She's in the Justice card down here. And yeah, and then there's the cards are beautiful. Like, I love the cards. Like, let me show you a couple of them. This is Page of Pentacles. This is like the first card that caught my eye that I saw, that I thought was so nice. And I was like, ooh, Mom, I love it. Like, I love these cards. There's just like the cat on top, and she's sitting in the chair and reading her book. And they're just so nice. This is Rejuvenation. Love, love, love that one. This is Strength. Another nice one. I mean, they're all just so nice. This is Temperance. I just love them. This is the Three of Pentacles. This is another one that caught my eye immediately. The Moon. Let's see, the Star. Now, I'm telling you, these cards are old. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. These aren't like brand new cards. My mom has had them for years. Like, I mean, years. And, you know, she just moved and everything, so they, you know, they kind of just came about. I just can't believe it. Like, are you guys, like, thinking the same thing as me? Because I'm just completely just, like, wow. You know, and I want to believe that Bast is here with me. But after, I'm sorry, my eyelash is all being silly. My eyes look, I think my makeup's like uneven. But yeah, so I'm just kind of like, you know, Bast is definitely, but I've actually been calling her Bastet, or Bastet, because the ET was added to it, you know, for the feminine aspect. So she's known as the feminine goddess Bast, so they added ET. So you can say Bast or Bastet. I think Bastet is, sounds cooler, kind of. But yeah, so those are the cards. I want to do a reading for you guys, but I have so much more to say. I'm just like completely, I just can't believe it. You know, like, she's not in many of the cards. And you know, the cards are full of all different kinds of cats. But I don't know what to think or say. But the only thing is, you know, with the way the year has begun and the horrible bad luck I've had, I'm kind of just like, fast, or you know, like, what's going on? Like, why is all these horrible things happening and me just having like this horrible luck? Like, you know, I haven't, you know, intentionally tried, you know, hurting anyone or bothering anybody or anything. And it's like, you know what really pisses me off? Like, all these people that are so called my friends, you know, I mean, I understand, you know, Valentine's Day is, you know, a couple's day and, you know, everybody's with their significant other. But, you know, a lot of my friends knew that I wasn't going to be able to be with my husband. So, and even though me and my husband are going through a lot of issues and things, that's not the reason why, you know, I wasn't with him. It was for other reasons. That I'm not going to talk about. There are some people who I've been emailing back and forth, and I wanted to say I'm going to get back to you. I have a lot to talk to you about. I'm not, you know, just ignoring your email or anything. I'm definitely going to get back to you. But yeah, so I'm just kind of like really annoyed that, you know, my friends kind of left me, you know, like and it wasn't just yesterday, it's been the past couple days. I've been alone and I went through a lot of bullshit this weekend that was totally unnecessary. So, you know, I'm kind of just like, wow, you know, I just need to get the hell out of California. I need to get out of this place. There are, you know, I just don't even know why I came out here to begin with. I should be with my family, you know, my grandparents are getting older now. I want to be with them. They're in Florida, you know, and I'm here, you know, for my husband, and my husband's not even here. And, you know, I thought I had friends here, and apparently I don't. I don't know. You know, I needed my friends now more than ever, and, you know, it's whatever. So, which makes me want to say again, thank all of you. Like, you guys are just amazing. You guys have been here for me more than half the people I've known my entire life have been there for me ever. So, I am so grateful for that, and I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. You know, I love being part of this community, and, you know, I wish I had more time, and I wish I had, more videos and more things to share with you guys. You know, and I want to be more involved, so I will be. But I just gotta figure things out. But what I wanted to say was, so yesterday, you know, I was upset, I was hurt, I was alone, I was lonely, I was depressed, you know, I'm here with my dog, and that's it, you know. So, you know, today I'm feeling a little bit better, and I think I know why. I did a little ritual with Bath, and, you know, it wasn't effective immediately. Nothing, you know, significant happened, but it does take time for things to set in like that. So, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys really quick, some things about, Bastet, and, and then I'm going to read you something from one of my books. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of reading anyways. I have it copied here in front of me, but I'm probably going to read, what it says. So, this is just a little quick, like, introduction to Bastet. She is my goddess. I love her. You know, I think right now she's trying to teach me, like, a little bit of a life lesson. I know February is, what is it? Oh, geez. Let me see if I can find it. February is Oh, hold on one second. Give me 1 sec. Um, 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 um. Okay, so let me just read this to you really quick also. So February is the storm moon. So the storm moon, also known as the death or quickening moon, is the time to do magic for fertility and strength. And believe me, this has strengthened me like you wouldn't believe. You guys don't even want to know what happened to me this weekend. I actually am very, very, very tempted to share it with you guys because it's such bullshit. But I just don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. But yeah. So, for most people in the Northern Hemisphere, February is a time of storms and bleak, short days. In the olden days, it was a time of true hardship. So this is a good time to do magic to help you face life's challenges. You could do a spell to help you with a particularly challenging project at school or at work. You could concentrate on the idea of weathering the storm and giving yourself the extra stamina to succeed. This is also a time of cleansing, both internally and externally. I've been taking a couple baths lately. I want to take a ritual bath, but yeah. As such, it's a great time to get rid of physical things you don't need and any mental or emotional baggage you might be hauling around with you too, which I'm definitely in the process of doing. So that could be why all this is happening, and Bastet is kind of, just kind of, she's here. She's letting me know she's here in fabulous ways, but I don't know, maybe there's just nothing she can do. But believe me, this book cheered me up yesterday. So let me read you a little bit about it. I kind of reworded what I want to say. But yeah, so Bastet was worshipped since or around the second dynasty in Egypt, and she originally obviously took form of the lioness or a human with the head of a lioness. Sort of like Sekhmet, or just like Sekhmet. Bastet was the protector of Lower Egypt, and the domestic cat was her sacred animal. And as time went on, the goddess was represented as a woman with the head of a cat. And Bastet is the daughter of Ra, the sun god, and she protected him from his enemies. She's seen riding with him on his sun boat a lot. So mostly she was known as the sun goddess, since Ra was the sun god. But when she changed from the lioness to the cat, the sunlight kind of dimmed towards more of the light of the moon rather than the sun. And this was when Upper and Lower Egypt were considered one or in union with each other. But when Sekhmet gained power, she stayed, a feline goddess. And she stayed the feline goddess, but she changed from the lioness to a domestic cat. And most of the info on Bastet came from the Greeks, who wrote about the worship of her around 450 BCE. So I'm pretty sure that's before Christ entered. Someone tried telling me it meant BCE was like something else, and I was like, you're out of your mind. But they had me good for a minute. They had me convinced. But then again, I'm pretty gullible. So, but yeah. And they, the Greeks, the Greeks recited her with the Greek goddess Artemis, or not recited, related her. So Bastet was known as, Bastet was belittled a lot by Sekhmet, or people just belittled her. When they changed her name, some scholars say they did it to pretty much belittle Bastet over Sekhmet, making Sekhmet more dominant, and making Bast play a less important role in Egypt. So, Bast was also associated with Wadjet, who was a patron goddess of Lower Egypt also, and she became Wadjet Bast, or Wedjet Bast. Domestic cats were well known in Egypt also, and having a cat in your house back then was believed to keep the goddess close. and the death of the cat was a pretty big deal. I think it's a big deal anyways, but people always joke about, their cat and dying or whatever, and it's just like, okay. I don't know. Some people's humor to me is just sick. Like, even just watching those comedy shows where people get hurt, I'm just like, I don't think it's funny, but whatever. That's just me. But yeah, it was a pretty big deal. They had entire cemeteries for cats and hundreds of thousands of cat mummies. Bast also mainly took the role of the good mother, and this is what I'm trying to say. She was seen with kittens, and a woman who wished to have children would wear a protection amulet showing Bast with kittens, and depending on the number of kittens shown with Bast, represented the number of children the woman wished to have. So, when the Greeks took over Egypt, that's when Bast became considered the lunar goddess, and the Greeks basically depicted her as this for, political reasons rather than religious, basically due to the fact that the Greeks wanted people to believe, that the Greek culture was much older and more mature than the Egyptians, giving them authority over everyone else. So, they also decided that Bast was the sister of Horus, and so the Greek version of him, or of Bast and Horus, was Apollo, Artemis and Apollo, being that they were brother and sister. And so this made sense to them, and the Greek version of the deities fit the Greek pantheon perfectly. And also the Greek language was easily translated, and due to the Greeks thrashing and completely, ruining the Egyptian pantheon and dragging it through the mud, basically made it, basically ruined anything we know about the Egyptian pantheon, because it was already hard to translate the Egyptian hieroglyphics. So, it made it even harder with the Greeks trying to mess everything up and misconstrued a lot of the Egyptian history due to them wanting to gain power and have authority over the Egyptians. So, with all that said, it also, with the Christian and Muslim beliefs jumping into the mix, and how they changed even more about how the deities were viewed, that eventually the entire Egyptian pantheon was forgotten, or just so fragmented that it was unrecognizable. So, this is kind of the reason why what is known about the Egypt mythology and whatnot is pretty much less than accurate, or just completely, wrong. Books don't fall. So now I'm just gonna read you what my book says, because I thought it was pretty cool. It cheered me up. This is Invoking the Egyptian God. And I basically only got this for Bastet. And you wouldn't believe it, but she's on the last page. There's 21 chapters, and she's chapter 21. So, as you can see here, here's Bastet, and here's how to invoke her. And then right here is the the glossary, and then there's the bibliography, and that's it. That's the end of the book. So, let me just read what it says. So, and I'm just so hurt by everybody, and I've been getting hurt consistently by everybody that I thought I could trust, who I love and care about. And I'll tell you right now, with me, it's I love you or I hate you. There's no in between. There's no effing in between with me. With me, it's I love you, or I like you, or I just do not like you at all. That's it. I can't have the acquaintance BS. I straight up care about you and want the best for you and will help you and put my life aside and my shit aside just to be there for you. Or it's just all or nothing with me. I don't know. I'm a Scorpio. I have deep, feelings for things. You know, I love with all my heart, and I definitely hate with all my heart. You know, like, you know, I can't just play that little pretend game. So I've been realizing I haven't been doing any protection. Here I am preaching to you guys like you need to be protected, protect yourself, blah blah blah. But I don't protect myself. I haven't done one damn protection spell for me. But here I am telling you guys, you know, I don't practice what I preach a lot. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm going to start to because I need to start listening to my own advice. Starting right now. So I haven't even, you know, I've had this book for a couple weeks now, and I am just beginning to get into it. So let me tell you what it says real quick now that I'm a half hour in. Bast is invoked for protection, especially the motherly protection of children. Do not take Bast lightly because of her cat-like appearance. You do so at your own peril. And that's got an explanation point at the end, and you'll see why. She has always been the fiercest of warriors, and anyone who has ever seen a cat with a mouth knows just how fierce even a domestic cat can be. That's where I was going earlier, was with this. This is not the protection of a shield, but the protection of an active warrior who will slice first and not bother ask questions later. If your children must be out of your sight as they walk to and from school or for any other reason, invoke the protection of Bast to keep them safe. With Bast watching over your kids, it's the people wishing to do them harm who should be worried. Anyone coming into contact with those who are protected by Bast run the risk of ending up dead. That is how effective her protection is. For this reason, you only want to call on her protection for the most precious of things. Calling Bast literally is a life or death decision. Bast would not be called for protection against business rivals, for example, unless you really want to see them dead. She would not be called for protection of your home unless you find yourself under attack by some outside force. If you must walk alone late at night, call her to protect you from attack by muggers or others. Call Bast for situations where you believe your life may be in danger, and she will ensure that any and all attackers are dealt with. Just don't be surprised at the violence involved. So, I have her statue, so I had to do, some invoking of her into the statue, being that otherwise, why even have the statue? It's pointless, So, I talked with her a little bit, I had a nice, peaceful, she's very peaceful too. Don't let that all scare you. She's a very motherly-like goddess. I do want to read you this entire thing, but I'm so far in that I gotta go. But don't let that scare you. She doesn't hurt people, that you love, or anything like that. She's just protective. And if someone really wishes to do you harm, or if you're in danger, she will fiercely protect you, which there's nothing wrong with that. If someone is trying to hurt you, harm you, or if you're in danger, you have every right to be protected. And that's it. That's that, point blank. So, I'm not ashamed to have invoked her and have her protecting me. I need protection. I am a young woman. I am 120 pounds, something like that, and I'm in this house alone with two tiny chihuahuas. I need protection. I'm here by myself in the middle of Southern California in a neighborhood that is not very safe. The cops told me that themselves. So that's pretty much it for today. Actually, maybe not. I might do another video. But can you believe it? I mean, come on. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. I love you guys. Bless be. And I can't wait to chat with you guys. And yeah, blessings always, like I always say. And I will be talking to you guys later. Thanks. Okay, bye.